Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? Tonight's going to be a simple little pineapple cutting. How hard can it be? I cut fresh pineapple, but I saw a thing the other day on here, and I thought, I'm going to give that a try. I'm going to try. Mama is out tonight. She is out and about with her friends. Goodness knows whatever they're doing. I think they're playing games. She left here with a few gifts and stuff. I said, what are you taking all that stuff? She says, gifts. She used to play every Monday with them. And since COVID, that changed a lot. So, now, they get together once in a while. So, it's Friday night. This is tonight. Here's a fresh pineapple. I bought this last week. And it was really, you could tell it wasn't ready. But now, it's kind of browned. And I'm going to see if I can twist this top off. They claim you can plant this. I ain't gonna. It's too late in the season, but they claim you can. I may have waited too late on this. I don't know. It still smells like pineapple to me, but that's a nice little root there. It'll grow. You're supposed to put it in water. I ain't gonna. This could be too much, but it's definitely time to cut it. Now, I've never done this before, but they claim there's a way you can pull these out in little tubes. Have y'all seen that? Here's what they did. This is going to be a little loud. They banged it on their counter. That's all they did. Then they rolled it across the counter like this. They rolled it. Y'all tried this? Somebody speak up. They rolled it. This is not the way I've done it in the past. And then they just went in and it showed them just pulling out a little diamond-shaped piece of delicious pineapple. It didn't come out like theirs. I think the secret might be in the rolling. Maybe that's the reason they're in these little sections, so we can just pull them out like that. I don't know. I don't know what the secret is. Mine is not working like theirs, so I'm going to say that's probably not meant for me. Now, it may be meant for someone else. I'm going to cut this pineapple. I've got my Fridge Smart here. I'm going to put it in here. This is why I've done them in the past that did work. I just start and I cut right down, I peel it right down the side like this. And I peel it on all sides. The triangle pulling out thing didn't work for me, but you know what? I didn't have my thoughts high in the sky for that process. I really didn't. I think this is going to work for me. The whole time I was thinking, that ain't going to work. Maybe if I'd have thought better, it would have done better, you think? And one more little cut. This is the process I use every time I get a fresh pineapple. And today, it hasn't failed me yet. And now I have a delicious, fresh pineapple. And I try to just knock all the little pieces off. Put that over there to be put in the garbage. Then I cut it down the middle. This one's really right. And see that core there? We want to get him out. So I cut next to my core. I have to hold it up like this. And I make these little spears just like this. And that gives me the core. And it also gives me beautiful little chunks of pineapple. Now I'm just going to cut these in half. Put them in my bowl. You can cut them more than half. I cut that when it's a little big old chunk. I may cut these up in a few bite-sized pieces. Just like that. Fresh pineapple. Do you like fresh pineapple? I like it with cooking. I like it just for a snack. About every time I find it in a store, If it looks like something I can work with at all. Sometimes I think that's too far gone for me. I won't do it in time. Or I think, I ain't going to fool with the fresh pineapple now. But most of the time, if I find one, I use it. And I get one and I use it. I like it just for a snack. This is also a natural cough remedy. Natural pineapple like this. To eat on it when you have a bad cough, or to get it, juice it. You can put it through your chopper. There it is, folks. Delicious, delicious pineapple. Let's taste it. It's not too ripe, it's just perfect. I may end up making some chicken, not tonight, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Making something with this delicious pineapple. Now you can take these bits here and this core. That core is pretty hard. I don't think, some people tell me you can eat it. It would be hard to eat. But you can boil these and get the juice out of them and then add the juice to something. You have to strain it because you have these little things in here. And you can plant those tops and it makes a little pineapple thing, tree, plant, ornament, or something. But I don't think I'm going to plant it this time. If it was spring, I might. It's like summer and it's hot. You could, I mean, anything will die out there right now. You can start them in the house in water, but it ain't going to have time to really to flourish this year without having to really do a lot of pampering with it. We may try one another time. Hey, John and Momma. Hello. Hello, Gina. How are you? Mama not on live tonight. No, Leslie. She's playing hooky. Hey, Robin. Hey, y'all. Hey, Patricia. Mama is out with her girls tonight. It's her traveling pack. They like to get out and go. And tonight they're not out and about. They're playing games. Game night. Sometimes they do other things, but they love to play, get together and play games. And phase 10, I think they play bingo. It's not at a parlor or anything. It's just 5 or 6 of them sitting around the house playing. And they take little presents, and it's just an outing, just fun. Mama has some wonderful Christian women that she runs with, and I'm so glad she has them. So glad she has people that she can depend on, and people that call and that talk, and it's just wonderful. It really is. Hey, John. Hey, Phyllis. How are you? She'll be back tomorrow, Lord willing. Where's your mom? I just said that, Glenda. Hello, John from Philly. Well, hello, Carol. What's going on at Philly? Is it hot where y'all are? Folks, it's hot here today. It's so hot. I let Maggie out a while ago, and she about said no. She ain't going out there. I said, you need to go on. Hurry. She literally right back in within a minute. It's hot. Now, when the sun completely goes down, the temperature will drop pretty quickly. I've got to water flowers tonight. They're begging water, and I'm going to have to get out there and water, because if you don't, you won't have flowers tomorrow night. I can't make another day with it. I water them every night in this heat, so they need a little water for the evening. Thunder so bad in the house. Oh no, Phyllis. Wow, where you at? Hi, I'm from Pennsylvania. No, oh no. I read that wrong. It's Philippines, wasn't it? Philippines. Hey, Wayne, how are you? Hey, Anna. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. You love pineapple? Hey, John, how was the pineapple? It's very sweet. Very sweet. Very good. It'll be great with chicken or just eat plain. It'll be wonderful. I could have cut it a day or two ago. I mean, it's ripe, but it's just right. I like to take chicken and put a little pineapple on it. Y'all like chicken pineapple? Pineapple chicken, what are you gonna call it? It's absolutely delicious. I love it in salad. I love it plain. My favorite way, I guess, to eat pineapple is just plain, right out of that bowl. Just a good. Put it in the refrigerator, chill it. Ice cold, sweet, delicious pineapple. It's good stuff, folks. It really is. We're blurry and frozen. I'm seeing clear and we're not frozen. That's what I'm seeing on mine. And it says we're live and it says y'all are, I mean, it's just a perfect video right now. Comments are flying up through there. I've been eating pineapple like crazy recently. Brian, I could eat it every day, but it tends to bother my mouth a little. Gets it tender feeling or breaks out a little bit if I eat too much pineapple. Just a little bit, but I can eat it. Yes, pineapple chicken is delicious, isn't it, Donna? Have you ever made it with fresh pineapple? Now, canned pineapple's great. But have you ever made pineapple chicken with a fresh pineapple? I got a pineapple one time, sliced it in half and grilled it. That was a good pineapple too. It lasted the next day, but you pretty much, once you cook it, you really have to. I had to eat it. I thought, well, I don't think this. The next day it was, it wasn't as good. Hello from Iowa. Hey, Donna, how's things going there? I like pineapple and cottage cheese. Mona, that is a childhood memory. That's a childhood memory. When I would spend the night, usually on Friday nights, I would stay with my granny before she moved in with it. Or, no, take it back. She moved in with us and then she got her own place. It was an apartment. There was elderly, so it was an elderly building where, mostly it was an age-restricted building. But you could visit, I think, up to 3 nights or something. I would go down and stay Friday night and Saturday night. It wasn't assisted living or anything. It was her own apartment, but it was just so that they would be protected. Well, my granny and those little ladies became such good friends on her floor. They cooked together. They ate together. They made quilts together. It was wonderful. She loved it. And I would go spend the night with her on Friday nights and Saturday nights a lot of times. And we always had that as a snack. Always. You want some pineapple cottage cheese? First, I ate it just to keep from saying, no, Granny, I don't want it. Because it really wasn't my favorite. I was more into popcorn or, something for snacks. But it became a favorite. And then, she taught me to put pepper on it. Pepper and cottage cheese. It was so good. So that became a favorite of mine. And every time I eat pineapple and cottage cheese, I think of my granny. I love it now. Loved it then after I got used to it. But it's a childhood memory. And she made sweet treats and cookies and stuff like that too. And sawdust salad. That was one of my granny's favorite little desserts. But pineapples and cottage cheese, but they were just pineapple tidbits usually. She'd buy those medium ones and have them, but then sometimes they would end up being crushed pineapple. And sometimes they'd be chunks and she'd cut them up. So that's just a great little childhood memory of mine. Do you have childhood memories that you relate to a certain family member, maybe your grandmother, your grandpa? Yeah, I like pineapple or pears with salad dressing and cherries. Oh, and cheese. I made those before. The pears, cherries, cheese, and mayonnaise. Yeah. I love pineapple. Who said that? Y'all are flying tonight. Lois, she loves pineapple. I love it too. Hi, John and Momma. I finally caught you live. Well, Ginger Grant, welcome to Alive. We're on every night. Some of y'all are saying we don't see you or how come you aren't on here. It's your notifications. Because Lord willing, and we're not sick, we're on here every night. I don't think we've missed a day in a long time without being on here or posting one. Even when we're not even up to much, even when we're just cutting up a pineapple, we can hop on here and let you know what we're all up to. I forgot. Mama had told me that she was going to be out tonight. They made these plans some time back. And so when I got in from work, she said, I heard her say, oh, I'm leaving. Bye. I said, where are you going? Because I knew she would tell me she needed groceries or something like that. And she said, I'm going for girls' night out for games. And I said, oh, okay. Mama likes that kind of stuff, anything to keep her going. she enjoys it so much. She really does. And I love it. I love for her to be independent. Now that she's got her eyes all fixed up, she's driving where she wants to go. There was a while I wouldn't let her drive. The doctor wouldn't let her drive, but she said, oh, I can drive. I said, no, Mom. No, you can't drive if he says you can't drive. So she didn't drive for over a month or more. So now I think she's just freedom. You know, she's got her eyes all fixed up and they're doing so well. Thank y'all for praying for Mama during her eye surgeries. And they went so well. We had trouble with that first one. We thought, turned out all she needed was some tears. She just needed some tear drops in it. And once we got that week 2, she's done great ever since. And then on that second one, we didn't play around with it. As soon as the week was up that she could put a drop in, we started putting drops in it. And now I don't think well, I know I hadn't put any drops in it before, and usually I was the one putting them in. So I don't think she's putting drops in them very often now, maybe a few times. But her glasses should be here maybe next week. That'll help her because she was having some headaches if she was straining her eyes any, you know, like looking at something or... So I think that get some glasses that are fit her now, her prescription, which one of her eyes is 20/20, one was 20/30, I think. So it won't be much, but I think that was giving her a little eye strain. Pineapple is good anyway. It is. I love cottage cheese with pineapple. I do too, Ella. Pineapple is a natural cough suppressant, at least the juice. So I don't know about canned pineapple, like in the store. It may have been pasteurized or processed, I'm sure. But fresh pineapple is good for a cough. And this one's so sweet. So sweet and so good. You know, I've not looked on here to see what if pineapple is even on here. It's not on the Fridge Smart. Well, it could be. What do I know? I'm just glancing at it here. I don't see it, but I'm going to treat it like any of this fruit here and do about a half bent. I ain't worried about it because, trust me, as long as it'll keep it for one day, that'll be a lifetime of this bear. Oh, hi, John. Hey, Catherine, how are you? Hey, Douglas, how are you? Lost the sound. I think that may be on your end. Go out and come back in. I know you probably can't hear me. You're like, why are you saying that? I can't hear you. But if you do lose sound or you have problems, sometimes going out and come back in. I have to do that on other people's videos. So I think that's a good sound advice to correct anything that's going on for the moment. I have a pink pineapple from Dole, and it's wonderful. Lewis, I'd love to try a pink pineapple. Don't think I ever had a pink pineapple. Is it crossed with something? Hello, Georgia gal here. Well, hello, Vanessa. How are you? I'm doing great. Your mother is your mouth isn't matching your voice, John. Melody, that's something new that I have started doing. I'm going to try to get a ventriloquist dummy. Throw my voice out there. I don't know, Melody. I'm just messing with you. It's probably just a bad connection. I have seen that before where it's a few seconds ahead or behind according to the video. Try going out and coming back in on that too. You know, I don't know. I guess it depends on your reception, your area, my reception. Sometimes it is mine. Normally when it's mine, I'm going in and out. That's my problem. I can't keep a constant signal. But right now I'm full bars and everything seems to be doing fine on my end. So sometimes it may just be the receiving part of it. I'm not sure. Good evening, John and Mama. Hey, Christine. How are you? No, she is out. Teresa says she's out gaming right now with friends. Yeah, they're at somebody's house now. They may come here sometime and do their game night. I mean, they just sort of rotate around. I don't know if they've been here or not. They could have been here sometime when I wasn't here. I don't know. Contrary to proper belief, Mama and I don't sit in this kitchen all the time. I know a lot of people say, y'all need to get out more. And all we're thinking is, how can we get in more? That's what I'm thinking. How can I stay home more? Because I'm a homebody. I am a major homebody. But I have, different organizations that have meetings, and my friends go out sometime too, and just different situations like that. Mama's friends go out sometimes. Sometimes she goes out earlier and she gets back by 7 or so, and we film. So it's not like we're just sitting here at this island all the time. I know this is where you all see us, but we do get out. I remember one time had a little girl at church, and she saw me at one of the stores downtown, and she just looked at me, and she's real friendly, real jolly all the time. She runs up to me every time at church. This has been years ago. This has been several years back. She's a grown girl now. But she was just looking at me, and I said, "Hey, what are you up to?" And she said, "How come you're here?" And I said, "I'm just down here at the store. How come you're here?" And she said, "No, you're not supposed to be here, though." And I said, "I'm not." She said, "No." And I said, "Where am I supposed to be?" She said, "At church. You live at the church." She only seen me. I just realized when she said that she only seen me at church. I was there at church. I was there for youth. I was probably there when she got there. I was probably there when she left. So it stands to reason that I just stayed at the church, that I didn't ever leave the church. And to her little mind at the time, it was strange to see me anywhere but the church. And so I try to, remember that when, children get stuff in their heads, and it's just funny because that's where you see them. That's where you see them. People used to see, Mama always wore, well, most of the time they wore like a t-shirt with something on it related to food, and white pants, and they had an apron or maybe gloves, and for food. And we'd see people out at the store, some kids, and say, "How come you're not wearing your clothes?" Or "How come you're not wearing your shirt with your apple on it?" Or what? And Mom said, "Well, sometimes I don't have to wear those clothes, but sometimes I do." It was just so strange for them to see Mama out. Mama would wear those little bopper top head things. I don't know what you all call them. It was like a band, and then it would have 2 springs, and they may have Easter eggs on them. Or they may have, she would know she was here, shamrocks or something. And she might wear a green shirt with some kind of food or something on it. That was their uniform. That's what they wore. And it was just to keep the kids interested in eating and nutrition and all that. But anyway, they just thought it was funny to see Mama in her regular street clothes out in the grocery store doing something. So that's just the way it is. And I guess I'm the same way. If I see people who are always in uniform, then when I see them out, I'm like, "Is that the girl who works at the dentist office?" I don't recognize her. She's not wearing scrubs. Or, we're all that way. Do you have a profession where people don't know you when you're out in your regular clothes? Never mind, just figured, but why? I don't know, Mona. Did you ask another question? Mona Fisher, did you say something? This is never mind, just figured out why. I don't know. Okay. She says she figured it out, so that's good. Hey, John and Momma. Our day here in Southern Illinois has been very hot. Mary, it has been hot everywhere. I think it's supposed to be the hottest tomorrow here. That's the rumor that's out. I don't watch the news, so I've not heard, but it's supposed to be hot tomorrow. I would ask Chatty Box over here, but she won't hush talking. She won't. We'll have to just prepare ourselves. But Alexa, what's the high temperature today and tomorrow?
Today, expect a high of 97 degrees Fahrenheit.
No, she won't say nothing else. Alexa, what's the high temperature tomorrow?
Tomorrow, expect a high of 91 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's going to be cooler tomorrow. So I had it wrong. Today's 97, tomorrow's 91. It'd be cooler. I'm glad I asked her because now I'm in a better mood. I was thinking I was going to have the hottest day tomorrow. So it's 97 today. I knew when I opened the door. I mean, I've been out and about, but I've been in the vehicle and then I pulled in the garage and it wasn't that hot. But I've been home a few hours and I opened that door and it was like opening that oven door after being in the air conditioning. And I just thank the Lord for air conditioning. But anytime it's hot, or cold, I worry about people being out in this, whether they're workers, first responders. You know, we've got so many men and women out just keeping the electric going or just keeping, road construction. Can you imagine being a person who flips that sign in that hot asphalt and the road? Bless their hearts. That's a hot job. Really hot. This kind of weather, I don't know how they do it. And construction people and people who have to be on the elements. Say a little prayer for them if you can. Give them a bottle of water. I don't know. Maybe they don't want people throwing water at them all day. But hey, if I had water up here, you want a bottle of water? It just seems so hot. And then when it's cold, and then the homeless, and then the people who, children who don't have air conditioning, elderly who don't have air conditioning, everybody who don't have it. It's just so hot. And then when it's cold, I worry the same way. Then I worry about all the fur babies. We had that discussion the other night. Mama said, you shouldn't have told them to be going out watering people's animals. You'll get somebody in trouble. I know. Don't listen to me, but listen to me. Don't do it, but do it. I'm torn. I want to tell you, go water them fur babies. I am, if I see them. But now you do you, because you could get in trouble going on somebody's property, watering a dog or a cat or whatever's laying there. But it's just so sad. I don't know. I don't know why it just seems so complicated all the time, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I mean, just like poor little fur babies. If I see, I just want to help them. Horses, little ponies and horses, and you'll see them in a little tiny lot without a speck of grass, and maybe a truck camper or something for a shade. And I want to say, that pony needs a place to ride, to run, and to be loved on. And that horse needs somewhere to go. You got him all hemmed up. I'm bossy. I just go around bossing people with her. Hey, won't you move that horse over there in that green grass? I don't care if it ain't yours. Get that horse off some green grass. You just better not pay no attention to me. I get you in trouble. I just don't like to see animals of any kind abused. I'm the type of person that slows down for turtles. I'll get out and move them across the street. Come on, get on over here. There's a truck coming to make get you. And I blow at dogs. Is that smart to do? What's your all's opinion? So the other day I was going down the road with a friend, and there was two dogs on the side of the road. They probably lived close. And when I got up close to them, I blowed the horn. That ain't the way my horn sounds, but I didn't want to. Okay, I can't do a good horn sound. And my friends, why did you scare them boiled dogs for? I said, I wanted to scare them. I want them to know that anything they find on this black road, this blacktop, is not good for them. Get off the blacktop. He said, what if you just make them more curious? I said, I don't think scaring them makes them more curious is going to make them not run out in the road, maybe. Should I blow or not? Should I scare them off the road? That's my theory. Is if I blow, they're going to go, oh, that was loud. I don't want to be near that. And they're going to run the other way. But they weren't getting in the road. And they weren't but they could have. That was their choice. And I was trying to scare them I just wanted it to be uncomfortable as I could in that road. I wanted it to be like, you don't need to be on this blacktop. What should I do? Let's take a poll. To blow your horn to an animal or leave it alone. What do you think? My theory is scare it back into the safety zone. 107 in Kansas. I'm complaining about 97 a little bit, but no, I'm big like we're always recognizable. Hey Vicky, how are you? Hey Joyce. John and Momma from Michigan. Hey from Michigan, Brad. Hey Tiffany. 104 in Wichita. Brent, that's hot. 104, Gail says, with a heat index. Just got back from Hawaii. Oh, Maria. The pineapples were amazing, sweet and juicy. Maria, did you see the devastation? Was you on that island? I've been trying to catch up on some of that. It's hot everywhere. Yes. Hey, Noah. Okay. So copy the Tupperware link. Thank you. Hey, Preston. I don't get live notifications anymore. Preston, it's because your Facebook is updated or something is updated or you've not done a little heart or a thumbs up or said something. I've seen your comments on here before. Sometimes they just change it and they change your algorithm. But if you're not getting notifications, it could be just because you've had an update. Facebook could have updated something. Just go back to Coffee Time with John and Momma. No fans, all those other things. Some of them spell my name wrong, but there's so many links or so many fake pages out there. I heard Brenda Gant talking about it the other morning. There's just so many fake pages out there. That's one thing when you see the live right up here, you know it's really us. So you know you're really watching the lives. If it's not live, you really don't know until you go to the page. But the Coffee Time with John and Momma is the real page. And it's just Mama and me. She's standing behind me here, and I think she's wearing green. It's our first. We've not changed it or updated it at all. It's the same. It's the first one we put up the first day we started the page. And I don't know what the cover is right now. I don't know. But anyway, it's I think the cover is just our title, just Coffee Time with John and Momma. But it's not, there's no other words. Some of them got fans, some of them's got groups, some of them's got Coffee with John and Momma. There's different groups, but Coffee Time, it's Coffee Time with John and Momma is the title, and it's Coffee Time with John and Momma. And if you see us there, then check your notifications. Make sure you're following the right page. Our page is 3 years old. You can go in and look at the info on the page. Our page is 3 years old. There's 172,000 people on there. So check that out. If it's a month or two old or a week old and there's a couple thousand people, that's a fake. And if you're on that page, just unfollow it and find us and follow us. Likewise, go and like, follow, and share our page, and that will grow our group. And if we could, I don't know how many you have to have. I have tried to get that little check mark, but they won't give it to us. They keep saying we don't meet they don't tell you why. They just say you don't meet it yet. And I'm like, thank you. We'll try again later. And that's what we do. So we've tried, and I know other influencers that have tried, and it's hard to get, evidently. I don't know. I don't get live notifications. Go and make sure you have check for notifications. Make sure you're following us. Sometimes I have been following pages. I think I've not seen that page in a while. And I go look, and I'm not even following it now. And I know I was following it before. Hey, Donna Davis, I need to put some water out. Skunks that usually come out at 8 o'clock. Yep, put them out some water. Little fur babies. South Carolina. Well, hey, Rebecca, we love South Carolina. I'm on you for some crisp autumn days. Oh, yeah, me too, Mom. I love fall. Autumn, fall, that's my favorite. Thank you for those stars, Robin. Hey, Rebecca. What are we cooking tomorrow, Rebecca? I don't know. Since it's going to be cooler, we might start cooking again. We don't cook a lot in the hot. First thing, we don't want to eat hot. I can eat soup on a hot day because I love soup, but just something about it, just sort of, you're just tired if you've been out in the heat. Just the idea of some cool pineapple sounds good, or a tomato sandwich. Something like that. Just something cool and easy. Bowl of cereal sounds good on a hot day. Just something cold out of the refrigerator. Maggie's not even eating her food as good as she was. She's drinking water, and I keep her a little bit of ice going in it. I know it's air conditioned, she ain't in no heat, but I don't know. I like a good cold glass of water. I figure she wants a little, it don't hurt her. It don't, does it? I mean, a little ice, and not a lot. I don't keep it cold. I just put a few ice cubes in there to make it something besides room temperature. And she drinks it when it's got ice in it. Really good. And I'll feed her stuff cold sometimes, like a piece of cold chicken if it's hot outside, or when she first comes in. When she first comes in, she circles this island and she looks at her bowl and her water. Make sure me and Mama didn't eat it or drink it while she was gone, because that's always a possibility, she thinks. And she looks if we dropped anything, and she goes, lays down. So sometimes when I let her out, I'll run over here and get her a piece of, if we have cooked chicken, if I just cook chicken, don't put anything in it, I'll keep her a little bowl in there. And I'll put her a little cold piece of chicken in her, on top of her dry dog food. So when she comes to explore, she finds it. And she feels like that we dropped it and we didn't know it. And she snuck and ate it. She does that. And I have been known to feed her weenies, cold weenies. And I'll put like a couple of slices, a couple of little chunks of cold weenie in there. And she feels so good about herself. It builds her, encourages her to find a snack every once in a while, laying over there on her dog bowl. Now, she don't figure out yet. We drop a lot of stuff in her dog bowl, but we don't put a lot of human food. But every once in a while, I don't think it hurts. My vet told me as long as it was a protein and not any preservatives or anything, you would be okay to feed them. And you can feed them some vegetables and stuff. She likes green beans. No, not peanut green beans, but like we'll buy her special cans of green beans sometimes and give her just to rinse them. I just rinse them off and give her half a bowl of green beans, half a can of green beans. She loves it. Absolutely loves it. She'll eat carrots too sometimes. College football starts tomorrow. Wow, Karen, it's here. Football time will be here and all the goodies. And, the kids are going back to school. Students have returned to college. People are moving into dorms. I've heard parents have to take their children's dorms. This is it. August is it. It's time. Our kids started last week, the week before last. And I noticed at church they were all just happy. They come in their little new school clothes and they were just running around talking about school and talking about, even though they say they ain't ready to go back, they don't want to go back, it seems like when they do get back, they're a little bit more, it seems like in the summer they kind of spread out a little bit. I guess parents are taking them on vacation, taking them here and doing this, and they're all at the water park and they're tired. When it's school time, they're back in their rhythm a little bit. West Texas, and it's so hot. We've had wildfires breaking out. Oh, no. Please be safe. Let's pray for that situation. Can you imagine being a firefighter? You talk about hot, and then you talk about a fire, a wall of fire. Bless their hearts. Glenda, somebody dumped kittens out. Glenda, you are so wonderful for taking them in. I couldn't imagine dumping an animal. How could you ever sleep? How could you ever rest knowing or not knowing? I have an update on Parker, our cat. He's happy and he is just enjoying himself, and I think his new name is Theo. Theo the cat. But to me, he'll always be Parker. When I ask for a Parker update, they know exactly what I'm talking about. I'll say, how's Parker? I say, oh, he's doing good. Not seeing a picture of him recently, but he's happy and living with the family. I think there's another cat there, so he's got a friend. And I fully doubt Parker would have made it overnight without the rescue team going in. I wasn't a part of the rescue team except I sounded the alarm. That's the only part I played. I filmed the rescue team. Y'all seen it live and in action. But he's doing good. Parker's doing good. That's awful. People don't dump out animals. Take them to a shelter. There's surrender shelters and there are no-kill shelters, and at least let somebody care for them. Oh, we're still alive. Somebody said, Angela Britt, I pulled off the side of the road and helped a huge turtle across. Angela, you are just good people. Now, you got to watch some snapping turtles. I watched a little thing on how to do them. And I'm going to tell y'all because I might mess it up. You all, there's tutorials out there how to pick up snapping turtles. But just be careful with them. But just the fact that you stop sometimes causes that. Put your emergency blinkers on. I don't know the appropriate turtle protocol. But when you see those little terrapins and turtles, you got to know you got to help them a little bit. I mean, we're a part of their element. We built this blacktop road right through their home, and I know you're busy and you don't have time for a lot of foolishness, but I don't want to leave one of them just in the road. Bless their hearts. Angela, you are a wonderful person. Angela's been with us for a long time. Angela, we look for you. If you're not on here, I miss you because I know I see your comments. You have such a kind heart, John. Yes, scare them. Mona, you agree with me? I think that just... I mean, I'm not going to run around scaring dogs or cats or animals of any kind. Kids. But how is she going to train them that this is a big, ugly, mean machine that could kill you? I mean, they don't like animals that growl at them. And I'm thinking this car can growl with a horn and that'll scare them. And at least the next car they say, you know, that last car growled at me. I just want to send that message that this ain't a good place. You're not welcome here. You're not welcome in the road. Get back in that grass lot, you know. Blow. Thank you, Rita. Blow loudly. Sandra, thank you. Blow the horn. See, now I must be way behind. Blow your horn. Everybody's agreeing with me. I say blow your horn. Denise said thank you. Blow your horn. Y'all are wonderful. Now that reconfirmed. My friend was like, you're just going to scare them. What if you scare them when they run out the road? And I'm like, well, for one thing, if they're that close to the road, I just stop. I just flat out stop right in the middle of the road, throw my hazards on, and, you know, make sure they're going to get back. But these dogs were like, maybe I was being overprotected. They were like, 6 feet out of the road, but they could have, in a dash, a dog could make it that distance. They were over to the side. But I want them to know, don't come no closer. There ain't nothing here for you. We don't want you over here. You go, go. So it worked. When I blew the horn, the little one, he took off to the house. The big one ran about 5 feet, turned and looked like, what are you doing? And then I blowed again, and he turned on, and then he took off. That's what it worked anyway. They're not in the road. Thank you all for the backup, because I was thinking, I don't know, maybe that's wrong. 104 in Georgia. See, our feels like we're supposed to be 108 or 9 something today. It feels like I opened an oven door when I opened the front door. Right, Sherry. Blow your horn and maybe they won't get hit. That was my whole logic behind that. Very good. Happy Friday, John. Happy Friday, Cindy. It is a wonderfully welcomed Friday. Has it been a long week where you live? I love the weeks. I love Mondays. I really do. I mean, I have no problem with Monday. It's the start of a good week, and I feel like I can, you may have deadlines on Mondays, and you may have things, but at least Monday is, you got the rest of the week to work on stuff. Friday sometimes feels like it's a little bit of a push to get everything done, but I love Fridays because of the weekend. Now, Mama says that we ain't planning on nothing tomorrow. She has no plan. But she fooled me like that last week before. Let's run here. Okay, let's run. I'll take her where she wants to go. Mama don't ask for nothing. Mama's a simple little lady. Mama is content. She's very content. She can stay here, she can go, but she loves to go. Sometimes she don't want to go, even for a ride. I'll say, Mama, I'll take you for a ride. You can nose around, see the neighbor's fences, and and the reason we say fences is we skipped a ride for a week or so. Wasn't too long, though. And we went for a ride. She said, well, they built a fence. And it was a big fence, like a farm fence. Well, I can't believe they built a fence. And so I said, well, you can't be out no more, Mama. You got to keep an eye on them fences. And she said, well, I reckon I do. I can't believe they built a fence. No longer than with fence since we've been up here. And I just loved it. And I said, Mama, we got to go check the fences. And she said, yeah, we can't let them get a fence ahead of us. But it was a beautiful fence. It was a farm fence. It was all black and beautiful. And it was one of those, like you see in Kentucky. But it was nice. But, she was like, well, they built a fence. Now, one time, I had looked for her those clay strawberry pots with the little pockets, and you put succulents in them a lot of times. Couldn't find them. Walmart was out at that time. They have them now, or they did have them. That's where I finally got her one. And so she spotted her some on a woman's porch. She had two. And the funny thing was she was only using one of them, and the other one was sitting down beside the porch. She wasn't even using it. Mama said, look at that, her bragging. She's got two of them fancy pots. I think I'm just going to stop and ask her, can I have that pot if you're going to use it? Of course, she was joking. But I teased her about it. And I said, Mama, we got to go out and see if we can find you a flower pot or something. And so she would say, well, look at her. She ain't even using hers, and I'd like to have one. So I had found her a plastic one online or something that you could put strawberries in. They're strawberry pots. That's what they're called. And it had little pockets and stuff. I couldn't find the clay ones. So finally, her sister called me and said, they got the pots at our Walmart. Do you want one for, I think, her Mother's Day or something? I said, yeah, I'll get one. So she picked me up one. And Mama was so tickled. That tickled her as much as a diamond ring would have or anything. She was tickled to get that little strawberry clay pot. It's just about that tall, 1.5 feet tall. It's got y'all know what I'm talking about. It's clay and it comes out and it's got a little pocket you can stick a strawberry in. And you can all the way up. And there are just little pockets all the way around it. And then you got to open it at the top too. And Mama was wanting for succulents. Hen and chickens. And so that's what she was wanting. And she's got them out there now. But yeah, that woman, and I don't even know who it was, but she had two. I wouldn't even use that one. I said, Mama, maybe she's got seedlings in it. No, you can tell. It's sitting down there by itself. She don't even care about it. That's the kind of thing we have. I know. Seems a little boring to you, but the simple things make me happy. The simple things, flower pots and fences and riding around, we go places. We do things. We're not that boring all the time, but it's those simple Sunday rides or Saturday evening rides that you can really have good conversation, have fun, enjoy nature. Mama, she found a flower in a fence row. Just several of them. There was a bunch of them down through there that she didn't recognize. And so I pulled her up real close to one. That's what grab you a handful of them. And because the fence, it was like we're country, and it's right in the road. All she had to do is just reach out and grab it. So she got her one to to look at, and she said, "I wonder." They had joints on the stem. She said, "I wonder if that would root." And I said, "Well, if it's got a joint on it, a lot of times it will." I said, "Get you one that's got some leaves, and you can pick off the bottom and stick it in there, see if it'll root." Well, she stuck her hand out the window, and I went, "Psst," and she jerked her hand in. Oh, I thought there was a snake out there. We had some good fun out of that. But she finally did get her, but it didn't root. It's a wild something. I did look it up, and at the time I did know a little bit what it was, but they grow every year, and they're found in fence rows and pasture fields and stuff. It said it was I think it was pink or orange or something. It was something a little different. Anyhow, I can't remember now, but it was just something funny. Happy Friday, Cindy. Y'all froze up here a little bit. I touched it. Sometimes if I touch the comments, they stop. You have a pot full of hens and chickens, Shirley. Do you take yours in the winter? My aunt never takes hers in. Hers is beautiful. We didn't take ours in last year, and they got a little... They lasted, and they lived through it, but it kind of really set them back. So I thought this year I may bring it in the garage and water it occasionally and just see if it will help it. I got so many hens and chickens. Have you, Charlene? Some people can just grow them. They have no problem. Let's see here. Hi, John. Forward to y'all's videos. Oh, well, thank you, Lisa. We look forward to being here. Mama will be upset that she missed y'all. She'll say, "What'd you do? Did you cook something? What'd you?" I said, "No, I didn't cook, Mama." "Well, how come you didn't cook? You should have cooked something." Says that was me. Cheryl says that was me. I don't know what that means, Cheryl. Where's Mama? Shirley, she is having a girls' night with her friends. I don't know how many of them there is tonight, but there could be 4 or 5 of them. I don't know, but they're all out, and they're at somebody's house playing games. Come on back. Kids are back. Mama left here with a handful of gifts. And they're just Dollar Tree gifts, $1.25 tree. Just a little handful of little things and practical stuff. And I think if you win, you get to pick a gift and you give a gift or something, she said. I don't know.
This is a reminder. Put egg money out.
Alexis reminded me to put egg money out because we'll get fresh eggs tomorrow or the next day. Sometimes it's Sunday when she runs them, but sometimes it's Saturday morning, so we put our egg money out so she knows where it's at. And that way she puts her eggs and we don't have to wait on us to come to the door. And then we don't have to get Maggie involved. When you ring the doorbell or you knock on the door, you get Maggie involved in the transaction, whatever we're doing. And Maggie goes absolutely wild, waiting to see who's out there and if she can smell of them and lick them and if they'll pet her and if they have a dog treat in their hand. And so it's easier sometimes just to transaction, put it on the porch and there's some money on the, but that's just easier sometimes. Folks, I'm not going to keep you any longer. If Mama was here, she'd say, "Let them go. You've talked enough." And I'd say, "Yes, Mama." So I'm going to let this go, and I'm going to clean up my pineapple mess, which isn't very much. I mean, that poor little pineapple did good. See him there? So I just cut it off, made a beautiful tub of pineapple. And I tried the little rolling thing and the smacking it 3 times on the bottom. Y'all will see the video out there and how easy they make it look. And then they grab one of those little pieces here. They just grab one of these little things here. And she just sort of wiggles it and it comes right out. And it's a big old, like a piece of candy almost. Well, that didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. But my plan of cutting it down the sides and chucking it up worked like it always does. So y'all, find just a good fresh pineapple. Find you something good to eat. Making some memories. I started to say, build a fire pit or something, but good night. Not tonight. It's 97 degrees. Let's wait till autumn to start fire pitting and that kind of stuff. Have some ice cream tonight on the porch, if you can stand it out there. Now, when the sun gets down just a little bit more, it'll cool off quite a bit, and it won't feel near as hot. And I'll go out there and water plants and stuff because they need it. Bless their little hearts. They're begging water. Come on, I want some water. I'm going to give them some. And Maggie might go out there, but she probably won't. It's hot, and I'll be using water. She don't like it when I water plants. If she does go out, she goes way down the yard. Like, you ain't going to get me down here with that water, which I don't ever spray her with the water. She hears the water, and she don't want no part of it. It's like hearing the shower. She don't want no part of that. Maggie's anti-water and anti-crow. And anti-dog or cat or anything else in the yard. That's just the way it is. I didn't have coffee with me tonight, but trust me, I've had coffee all day. I've drunk a ton of coffee today. So, and then Mama had made some coffee this evening, and I came home and started drinking coffee again. And I thought, you've had enough coffee. I may not sleep till this time tomorrow. I'll be all right. I can drink coffee and I do fine with it. But if I have Dr. Pepper or something, soda with Coke or pop, as y'all call it, as we call it, I'm awake. Is caffeine different things? What is the difference? Maybe my body's just used to coffee and it just rejects the caffeine. Well, if Mama was here, I'd say good night, Mama, but she ain't here. So I'm going to tell y'all good night. Y'all have a blessed night. Enjoy the evening, what's left of it. And Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow. And who knows, we might even cook tomorrow. Since it's only going to be 91, it'll be cold. It'll be chilly. 97 today. Y'all have a blessed night. Bye, y'all.